Welcome to Friday. It's the last lesson of the week for math, and we are still working on time. The work you've been sending in has been very good. Keep sending it in, keep doing the challenges. I love the passion for math, and you guys know that I love maths too. So keep the work coming in, email it to us, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Right, so let me minimize my screen so we can see what we are doing today. So this has been our guide for the last 3 days, and it's to convert the 12-hour time to 24-hour time. Before we start, the date for today is the 15th of May 2020. It's Friday, as we discussed, and the LI is to convert the 12-hour time to 24-hour time. You will need a pencil, some paper, and a ruler. So just make sure you have that with you. Just so that when we go into the video and you're pausing it, you have something to jot your answers down on. You have to forgive me because I'm a bit bunged up and a bit sniffly because my hay fever is very, very bad this week. So you have to excuse me if I'm sniffing through the video. Right, so let's go on to the first page, which you'll be familiar with now because it is our number talk. Just to get ourselves going, get us in the mood of dealing with time. So just pause the video and complete these 2 tasks. Convert 2350 to a 12-hour clock, a 12-hour time, and convert 5:35 a.m. to 24-hour time. So pause the video and do that now. Right, so hopefully you would have used the techniques you've been learning. 2350 to 12-hour clock means you have to take away what exactly? 12 hours. The time is 11:50 p.m. and 5:35 24-hour clock should be 05:35. So I'm hoping that you guys got that right. If you did, well done. If not, don't worry, we've been doing lots of practice as the lesson goes on. So our key vocabulary for today is AM, PM, noon, time, hour, and minute. So these are things that you should be familiar with now for the last 2 weeks. I'm talking about this vocabulary a lot now. But today we'll be converting time between a 12-hour clock and a 24-hour clock. So I want you to pause the video now and just write down or recall or talk about to your parents or carers what you have learned from yesterday's lesson. Off you go. Okay, good job. Let's move on. So what method did we use from the 12-hour to convert from the 12-hour clock to 24-hour clock and vice versa? So there was 2 strategies that we were using. Here you have 2 sentence stems. I want you to fill in the missing words. So when converting time to the 12-hour clock from the 24-hour clock, you use something hours. And when converting time to the 24-hour clock from the 12-hour clock, you use something. So what are the missing words? Pause the video, write the sentence out maybe, or just write the missing words down. So missing words are, when converting time to the 12-hour clock from the 24-hour clock, you subtract 12 hours. And when converting time from the 12-hour clock, to converting time to the 24-hour clock from the 12-hour clock, you add 12 hours. Good. So we did a few of these examples over the week, and I've been so impressed with how many of you actually wrote all of this out in full, time and time again. You're really getting your practice done. I really commend those of you who wrote it all out. It's been amazing. I think Yusuf wrote it all out. I was so pleased to see. I think Dima wrote it all out as well. So I'm so impressed with the hard work you guys are putting into your lessons. So here's the time. What's the time? It is something past something, and it is something minutes to something. So pause the video and fill in those blanks. So hopefully you would have written down, if you look at the clock, it's PM. So it is 40 minutes past 2. So it is 40 past 2, but it's also 20 minutes to 3. So 20 minutes choose 3, and hopefully you would have been able to grasp that because of all the work we're doing this week. Let's move on. What's the time here? Some more practice to really get our minds thinking. Look at the clock, look at the time, and fill in these sentence stems. So it is 5 to 4 in the morning. So it is 55 minutes past 3, and it is 5 minutes to 4. Good. Let's move on. What's the time here? Simply it's something past something. Pause the video, have a go. So it is 25 minutes past 8. Next slide. What is the time here? So pause the video and have a go. Now, the time is 12 a.m. That is also known as what? That is also known as midnight. Hopefully, those of you who got midnight, extra well done. For those of you who got 12 a.m., that's just as right. Well done. Okay, fabulous. Let's move on. So here we have a challenge, and I think you did this as task 4 for yesterday's lesson. I'm going to talk you through how you would take on a challenge like this, because we have quite a few to do. Now, when you have a what am I task, really it's the process of elimination. So you've got these clues here, and these clues will lead you to one of these clocks here. So the challenge 1 is, the first clue is I am later than 1:30. Okay, so this is the time here is 12:30, so it can't be this clock. The time here is 1:45, so it could be this. That's later than 1:30. This is 3:15. It could be this one. 3:45. It could be 12:15 is before 1:30, so it can't be this clock. So just by looking at, and 5:45 is after 1:30, so it could be that clock. Just by looking at this clue, which I've looked at, I am able to cancel these 2 clocks. Let's look at the second clue. I am earlier than 4:30. But let's look at our remaining clocks now to see if they fit in. This 2:45 is earlier than 4:30. 3:15 is also earlier than 4:30. 4:45 is also earlier than 4:30. It could be that. 5:45 is later than 4:30, so it can't be this clock. I can get rid of this clue because I've used it, which is great. The next clue is my hour hand is an odd number. Right. So this hour hand is on a 2. 2 is an even number. It can't be that. The hour hand here is on the 3. So it might be this. This hour hand is on the 4. That's an even number, so it can't be that. So I don't really need to even look at the 4th clue, because there's only 1 clock remaining, which is this one, the 3:15 one. So we'll look at this. My nearest hour is 4 o'clock. So the nearest hour is 4 o'clock. That's the hour it's going to. So this clock would be, hopefully it'll quite, that's not very good. The answer would be C. Good. So those of you who got that right and were able to follow and understood, well done. So now it is your turn. So pause the video and have a go at this challenge. So here are our clocks. Okay, here are our clues. And you need to pause the video, look at the clues, okay, and then tell me which clock this clue is referring to. Off you go. So hopefully, by the power of elimination, by going through the clues, cancelling the clocks, you would have realised that the clock this is referring to is clock A. If you got that right, super well done. If not, don't worry. You made some marvellous mistakes. We learn from them and we get better. I Just keep going, you're doing really well. So Danny is back, we love him. Danny the dog says that in the 12 and 24-hour time, 12 p.m. is the same. Do you agree with Danny? Give reasons for your answer. So I say I agree with Danny because, or I disagree with Danny because. Just remember to write the full sentence. Pause the video, have a look at the statement again. Danny the dog says that in the 12 and 24-hour time, 12 p.m. is the same. What's the answer? So Danny dog. So let's first break this down. In the 12-hour time, 12 p.m. which is 12 noon is 12 p.m. and a 24-hour time that'll be written like this. Okay, now they are the same in the sense that the numbers that they're using are the same. So yes, in that respect they are the same. However, for us to know, when you use the 12-hour clock, as we know, have to add PM and AM, so really they're not the same. And when you write them out, in the 12-hour clock you have to add PM, in the 24-hour clock you don't have to add PM. So he's wrong. Okay, moving on. So now the time has come for you to complete your tasks. As always, don't forget to take a picture of your work and send it to year3@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Love seeing your work. Now, to access your tasks, there's 2 tasks for today's lesson. So you need to go onto the Grange website, click onto online learning, click onto the Year 3 tab, and you will see Maths Task 1 with today's date, 15/05/2020, and Maths Task 2, today's date, 15/05/20, and I'll show you what you'll come across once you go into the task. So task 1 is this, which is basically asking you to convert the times below. So if you've got a time that's using the 12-hour clock, then you convert it to 24-hour clock. You've got a time that's in the 24-hour clock version, you need to convert it into the 12-hour clock. And then after that, you have these written questions. What is 20 to 8 in the morning in 12-hour time? That's quite tricky. It's 2 parts. Firstly, think about what the time is in number format, okay, from the written format, and then you have to put it down, the 12-hour time or 24-hour time. So please take your time doing this, okay, because it requires you to think about this logically. Now, once you've done task 1, going to task 2, which looks like this, and so this will look familiar to you. It's not the same question, okay, but a similar sort of process which you did in the main lesson, which is you have clues, you have a set of clocks, and you have to work out which one those clues are leading you to, which clock they're leading you to. So that's your main task for the day. I'll go back to my smartboard. For those of you who love a challenge, here it is. It's another example of which clock am I. So just have a look at this, and you have the clues down here, have the clocks up here, and have a go. Now, I will see you next week with more work on time. We'll be converting minutes to seconds, and seconds to minutes, and minutes to hours. So just try and do maybe a bit of reading on that over the weekend if you can. If not, it's fine. We'll be learning from scratch on Monday. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the weather. I think it's going to be quite sunny. Go for a walk. Have fun, relax, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday when you're bright and ready to do some more learning. Take care. Bye bye.